Hi guys, Zach here and welcome back to Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a troll game on the map Naval Conquests. I'm starting in the top right position, playing as the Allies. Like with my other troll challenge videos, I have 5 attempts to complete the challenge, and this video will either be the best attempt I had, or it'll be the attempt where I passed it. So you'll have to wait and see. Now, the challenge on this map, I'm going to keep the no tanks rule, which I have done for a lot of the videos. So that means I'm going to have no light medium tanks, no rangers or no artillery. But I'm going to add another rule because this is a water heavy map and there's a lot of cruisers and destroyer. I'm going to have no attack ships. So I'll still be able to use my transporters, but I won't be able to use any attack ships in this. So I'm going to have no destroyers and no cruisers. So yeah, we're going no tanks, no boats. And what you can see I'm doing at the moment is I'm building some engineers. And you may have noticed that I haven't used engineer rushes very much in my troll videos, and there is a very good reason for that. If you're doing an engineer rush on like a normal map, by the time you get the engineer rush done, the other player usually has a war factory, and if you're doing a no tanks challenge, you can't build any tanks, and what they're going to do, if they get engineer rushed, they're not just going to sit in the base and wait. What they're going to do is they're going to retaliate. So they do take the tanks to your base, and then you get absolutely battered. I mean, I've had some games where I've like managed to survive the tank attack, but I've like lost major things like construction yards and things like that, so it doesn't end up well. However, on this map, where there's like a lot of water, it's a lot harder to retaliate like with an instant tank attack, so it's a lot easier to do one of those engineer rushes and not get retaliation. So you can see my transporters going down now, and we know the player in the bottom right is called Strike, and he's probably the best player playing this game. It's the other two names I didn't really recognise, so we'll have to see what he's got, see if we can get the surprise attack on him. And you can see he's got his ore trucks out there, and he's got some infantry defending. So APCs can take out some infantry, but you can see he's bunching them up, and it's looking like he's going to get a bit of an attack on our APC, and we're able to squash him, and it looks like he's got no infantry left, and we've managed to take his construction yard. So that's like a big win for us, although like from what he's probably got access to make other construction yards, because if you look at my base, I've like already got my second MCV out, so it's very likely that he's already been able to build another MCV, or at least build a service depot. But I would imagine it'll be certainly an annoyance, and it'll obviously halt his expansion, like slow it down anyway, delay it. And you can see us bringing that ore truck to the next ore patch, because we're going to be getting a ore refinery down there. And I've got that other second ore truck, which I'm going to also transport over. And yeah, I'm just make sure we have plenty of power, because what I want to be doing is I want to be getting this tech center and radar dome out very quickly, so I can have map visibility. Really want to be able to see what Strike and the other players are doing, because there is a gem island on this map as well, and we don't know how good the other players are. If they're decent, then they might go for that gem island, and it might put another player in a very, very strong position. And you can see there Strike with a transport boat. We'll have to see if he's got anything there. Remember, I can't build any tanks, so I'm going to be quite vulnerable on this island. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up some defences, and now yeah, it looks like that. I think it might have just been scouting, because people quite often use transport ships to scout, just so they can see what's going on. And he's probably going to be rather annoyed with me at the moment, because obviously of that MCV engineer rush. So I'm not sure he's going to be, he might be taking some ships over after quite soon. And now you can see I'm building a chronosphere, which is also an important building in this game, because it'll allow us to transport MCVs to different parts of the map. So we're going to get that down there. I'm actually low on power. That was a little bit of a mistake, so I'll get another large power plant, and yeah, we'll just get that out there. And I'm just getting some turrets down, just in case of any attacks, because he's probably going to have buildings on the middle island as well, which will could cause us a bit of trouble if he decides to attack with tanks. And now we're getting out a second war factory, which is going to allow us to build our MCVs a little bit faster. And also I'm going to be able to build them on this middle island, so I'm probably going to get a good spread around. So we're just going to build a few more turrets there, just for a bit of defense, because we don't know when he might attack. And I'm also going to get my gap generators down. And we could see actually a spy plane going over there. So it looks like one of the other players, the person playing in the bottom left, was playing as the Soviets, called Lola. So they might be building MiGs. So we'll have to be careful of that. Although we do have a multiple construction yards, we should be absolutely fine, even if they do manage to take out one. And now you can see we're just getting into this middle section. And I'm just hoping the other players haven't expanded too much and we don't run into them, because that could really scupper our plans. And you can see we've got plenty of MCVs, 3 MCVs on our starting island, and now we're starting to spread them over the middle island. I'm just getting some more silos out there because we were getting a bit siloed. And now we've got map visibility. Okay, so this is pretty good. You can see our ore situation is very good at the moment, but we still want to keep on expanding that economy, so we have plenty of ore for when we go on the attack. So I'm just building another couple of ore refineries there, and now we're going to transport, I think, this MCV. We're going to go to Strike's starting island and try and take that over. So let's see if we can do this. And now we've managed to get it down, and we're going to be building those pillboxes immediately. You can see the cruisers firing. I think that's cruisers anyway, firing. And you can see they're actually doing a load of damage to their own buildings. And what we're going to do is we're going to go for that tech centre and stop Strike getting from satellite, which means he's going to have low map visibility. And you can see he's setting up his main island, and you can see also Lola has gone for the attack. So in fact Lola is using MiGs, and what we're going to do is we're going to build a gap generator just to lower the visibility Lola has of our base. So you can see we've lost a construction yard there, but it's not too bad so far. And we're just taking over that island, and I'm just going to build some more MCVs. But you can see now Strike moving the cruisers further north, and it looks like our first 2 parts of our base are going to be quite susceptible there. Now I do want to build a naval yard, but I want to build some tannies and transport them across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some turrets, and you can see Lola going there with the paratroopers, but they're going to be absolutely no match at all. And hopefully that barracks is in range of that radar jammer, because I don't really want Strike to be able to see what I'm doing, because what I've done what I'm going to do is I'm going to build Tanyas, but if he doesn't know I've got Tanyas, he might not build any defences, and that's what I'm aiming for. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to destroy this naval yard so I can transport obviously those Tanyas over covertly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another radar jammer right close to the edge, so hopefully I can build this dock unnoticed. And I think it should be out of range, hopefully. It might anticipate that I'm going to do something like that. We can see he's got a naval yard up to just to the north, and he might be using that to build cruisers and start destroying this base, because now I've got a base in his starting area. So we'll have to see what's going to happen here. I've got 4 Tanyas. We can see that we'll have to see what he's got. His tanks seem to be at the edges, but does he have tanks defending here? And he's noticed what I'm doing, and I'm going to go for the kill now. Let's see what we can get. We can get an ore refinery. We're going to go for the construction yard, and we've got that as well. And we'll try and go for the war factory, but he's managed to get me down. So we'll have to see how much damage he's done, and does he have the ore reserves in order to survive that. We got his ore refinery. It looked like his ore trucks have stopped moving, so maybe... Yeah, and we've got a construction yard as well, so that might be a very big investment. If he doesn't have another construction yard, he might have to build another MCV, and maybe he might have the funds to get another ore refinery. We'll have to wait and see. But you can see his naval forces coming to the north now, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be moving some of my MCVs right towards that middle area. And because you can see he's going for the attack now on my naval yard, and he's probably going to be going for an attack on this base, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get out, from the bottom right base now, so I'm going to have to take my attacks to another location. You can see my chronospheres are almost ready, so I might be able to transport one of my MCVs near his base in the right.
Construction complete.
Just getting another large power plant, and you can see now his ships are starting to attack my bases. My base in the middle, but I've got one further in the middle, obviously, which he can't get to as of yet. But we're going to need to end this quite quickly, so I'm going to put my... I'm hoping he doesn't notice this, but yeah, he has. He's noticed it straight away. He's probably got a radar dome, so he could see what I was doing there. And I don't think these turrets are going to last. I'm going to try and keep on building them as quickly as possible, but you can see he's right on them as soon as I build them, and he's just got too many tanks there. It's not going to work.
Construction complete.
So yeah, unfortunately, because there's no other way I can really get to his base, and you can see that ore refinery looks like it's going to go down, so I'm just going to deploy my MCVs in this middle part, and you can also see him attacking my bottom right, where I sort of like took over his early base. What we're going to do though is we're going to build some more Tanyas. I don't know how much map visibility he's got, and I don't think he possibly won't have map visibility of this middle section, because obviously I destroyed that tech center early on, so he might not even see these gap generators going up, which would be obviously a good thing, because he won't know that I'm probably about to build more Tanyas and go for a second attack on his main base. Strike probably thinks he's got us pinned down at the moment, because he's got our starting base in the top right. He's done a lot of attacks on that middle base just to the right of where I am now, and he's also got me pinned down in his starting base, so he may not be expecting this, and it's going to put us in a good position. Also, you could have seen me building more ore silos, because we've got a ton of ore, which I need, because if I do any of these MCV where I chronosphere them, then I'm going to need lots and lots of ore to build turrets very, very quickly. And now you can see the attack on his final base, and let's see if this is successful. We can see he's not as prepared as he was before, and now we're going to go for his ore refinery. He's got a war factory there, he's got a radar dome, and his construction yard's going to go down, and also his tech center, and that is going to be strike out of the game. And now we can see him selling up those ore silos, and it is good game for strike. And he's writing some things in the comments, so for those of you who are watching on small screens and may not be able to see it, he's said, this has to be the gayest playstyle ever, and then he said, yeah, all focus me, that's fine. Well, to be fair, I don't think the other players were focusing on him too much. I mean, I was the only one I was aware of who was attacking him. I mean, Lola might have sent over some planes at some point, I don't know, but she also attacked me as well, so I don't think he was... I don't know if he... Maybe he thought that, like, that last attack was from a different player, or maybe that engineer rush was from a different player, I don't know. But I certainly don't think we were all focusing on him. Anyway, now it's back to the other two players, and what we can see is they actually haven't even expanded to the middle yet, so this should be a little bit easier for us. We can see Lola's got like an air force sort of mix, but not much else, and it doesn't look like she's going to be expanding anywhere anytime soon. But we can see actually Blue, they've actually expanded to that middle part, so we're going to need to challenge them there before they're able to build up, because they could possibly do an attack on that middle base if they start to build any tanks. So I'm just finding if I have any MCVs ready, and I'm going to transport them over to that patch. You can see they've also got a radar jammer, so that means they've got a tech centre, so they might be able to see where I am, and they're also building some air defences, and that might be because they know that Lola has been using MiGs. And now we're going to go for the base attack. We're building some pillboxes, but my opponent is doing the same. But what I do know is I'm going to be able to outlast my opponent, because I do have a better economy. I've expanded over to this middle patch earlier. I've got like tons of ore in the bank, and because I know that they've been stuck in their top left position for a long time, they're definitely not going to have the ore reserves that I have, and I'm also going to destroy their economy on this part of the map by destroying those ore trucks and destroying those ore refineries. So you can see us building turrets. I've started to build turrets because they're strong against pillboxes. And you can see both of the oil refineries, oil trucks are down, and the oil refineries will go soon, so they're not getting any more ore from this middle patch. And now they're restricted to the ore in a starting base. And you can see I've got a lot of turrets here, and I think I'm going to be able to win this, because if it's a question about who has the most ore and who can keep on building the longest, that's going to be me. And I don't think I'm even losing that much ore doing this. I think because my economy is so strong, it's not really having too big of an impact. And you can see though, we're slowly managing to, like, obviously wear down his base. He's got his cruisers there that are managing to do a lot of damage, but cruisers sometimes also damage your own buildings, because they sort of like do a little bit of area damage because they're not perfectly accurate. And we can see his base slowly getting worn down. And this is looking very good for us at the moment. Obviously I think blue's the next best player, so you always try and take out the hardest players first in these types of games. And yeah, we can see I think this base is going to go down. Now I'm just looking at his main base on his main island, and it does look like he's building helicopters as well. So we'll have to try and take over that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try, my chronosphere is ready, so we can transport another MCV to his main island. So we'll do an attack here. You can see the cruisers straight away attacking. So I'm trying to build some barracks and get some Tanyas out there. And we can see there he's got his some infantry ready, but we're going to be able to go on the attack right now. And now we're going to try and take out these helicopter pads. And it looks like he's, I don't know if he's noticed quite yet, but we just managed to destroy a lot. And you can see he's got pillboxes in this main island, which is going to give us a hard time to use Tanyas. Although we did manage to get one of those construction yards down, but it looks like probably Tanyas aren't going to be the best option moving forwards. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just building another, I don't know why I was building a silo, that was an accident. And I'm going to build pillboxes throughout his base, and that's going to probably take out the final base of blue. So let's see if he can do anything. Does he have any tanks? It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's got helicopters, he's got infantry, he's got some base defences, but that's not going to be enough to stop this attack. And we can also see that tech centre, which we'll be taking out. Yes, it looks like that tech centre is going to go down, and that's going to reduce his map visibility, and it looks like he's out of the game. So that is good game for blue. He also said chrono for life in the comments, so these guys have been a bit more chatty than most games have. Usually when you have troll games you just get stone cold silence. So now it's only going to be me and Lola left in this game, and we can see that Lola's just in that bottom right position. So I think out of respect for Lola, I don't think I'm going to go for a chronosphere straight away. I'm going to go for some helicopters to start with. She's been using MiGs all game, so we'll start using MiGs as well. And she's saying, let's make it a draw. Unfortunately, our troll games don't work like that, and we have to just take out all our opponents. But what I'm going to be able to do is just build some helicopter pads, and we'll go for an all-out helicopter attack. And you can see us we're going to just build out a load of helicopters as well. We're going to go for one attack, and then we might use a chronosphere just to finish it off if we're able to get out the main buildings.
Building.
So yeah, Lola's been there all game, stayed with a single... Oh, and my helicopter's getting attacked before it even gets to my base. Anyway, Lola's been staying there whole game, and I think she's been just on like a single ore truck all game, and just using those MiGs to attack different players. I think definitely Blue has been attacked by her, because we could see him building their defences. We got attacked early on. She managed to destroy one of our construction yards when we did an attack on Strike's base on his starting island. But now we can see we're getting a load of helicopters ready, and we're going to go for a full-out attack.
Unit ready. Building.
And you can see Lola's taking out these... Well, she's taking the MiGs to attack somewhere. I don't quite know where at that point. I don't know whether she'll have actually visibility of this like main island. But we can see she's got a construction yard there. And now I'm going to bring my helicopters down.
Unit ready.
So I'm just bringing them down to the bottom first, and that's really important because I want to bring them down and across so I avoid as much of that fire as I can early on. And now we're going to go for the construction yard. Let's see if we're able to get this construction yard down, and it goes down. And now we're going to go for the ore refinery, and we're going to go for the radar dome. And let's see if that goes down, and it does. And that is the main buildings for Lola. So Lola has no access to ore and has less visibility. She'll also be able to scroll over and look at different parts of the island, but you won't have that mini map in the top right position functioning. And you can see those MiGs are going out. And yeah, I'm just building a Tanya, and I've actually just realised that that transport vessel is actually in the middle island, so it won't be able to get there. I don't think there's any way out, so I'm going to have to do another type of attack. So yeah, my chronosphere is ready, so I'll need to find and see if I have a MCV anywhere. I'll build a couple more in case I don't, but I'm just having a look around right now. And yeah, we've got a couple there, so I'll just transport one of those, and we're going to go to the middle island. And we'll deploy there, and it should be quite easy. It should be straightforward. We'll get our barracks out and get our Tanyas ready to destroy the enemy. So yeah, what we're going to do is we'll go for those rocket men. That'll be quite easy. And now we're going to destroy those airfields. And once the airfields are destroyed, once the MiGs have done their attack, they won't have anywhere to return. And you can see those, yeah, the MiGs, they're all gone now. And Lola is left without any MiGs. And we're going to destroy these last power plants. And that's going to be good game. You can see those infantry just standing there. And that is mission accomplished. So that was the troll game. No tanks, no boats on the map, Naval Conquests. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.